Welcome on board one of the fastest tall ships on the planet. Its maximum speed under sails is 20 knots or 36 km an hour. Tall ship Mir has 3 masts: foremast, mainmast and mizzenmast. Height of the foremast and mainmast 49.5 meters and mizzenmast 46.5 meters. Its displacement 2,256 tons. Its length 110 meters and beam 14 meters. Now let's start our excursion. Here you can see one of the cadets using safety equipment. We will use the same when we will climb the mast. Let's climb foremast.
Here we can see the beautiful view of the sea. If we look down, we will see nothing. It's better to look down from the mizzenmast. Also, you can see here top lights and some cadets who striking down the sails. Let's climb mizzenmast.
If you look down, you will see the stern of Mir, and again the beautiful view of sea. I have forgotten to tell you, Mir has 2,771 square meters of sails. If you can't imagine, you can see one of the sails. Its area about 100 square meters. Now let's descend on the deck.
Now we are on the deck of Mir. From here you can see the whole tall ship, from the bowsprit to the stern. It's midday now, so you can see some cadets showering. Unfortunately, Mir has not its own gym. That's why cadets who has free time training on the deck. This is the stern. Here you can see 2 cadets practicing in using sextants. In spite of satellite systems, GPS and internet communications, these cadets taught how to use sextant to determine ship's position. Measuring how high the sun is over the horizon is easy enough. You learn to do it after 2 or 3 lessons. But if you want to determine the ship's location, you need to take 3 different measurements at a time. The problem is that the ship will cover a large distance in 5 to 10 minutes. It takes for the cadets to do the measurements very quickly.
Welcome to the navigation beach. It's brains of Mir. There are a lot of complex navigation equipment there, such as GMDSS equipment, radar 1, helm stop, engine telegraph, radar 2, electronic map. Now the submate is shaping the course of Mir. I have a wonderful idea. Let's visit Captain. This is the captain's room. On the walls you can see a lot of prizes worked by Mir in many races. Unfortunately, Captain is working now. We won't interrupt him. It would be better if you will go to the mess room. It's empty. No one is here. Maybe we will find anybody at the corridor? Yes, here you can see one cadet on duty and some cadets spending free time. You can see our president visited this tall ship. In Twitter he wrote positive feedback. Near the corridor there are crew quarters. Let's visit one of them.
This is crew quarter of the cadets. 12 cadets live here. I forgot to tell you about engine room. Follow me. We are going to visit engine room. The ship's speed under engines is about 10 knots or 18 km per hour. You can think if Mir has engines, it would go only under engines. Mir takes part in many different races in the open sea. The main rule of any of them is that engines have to be shut down 5 minutes before the start. That's why engines are used very rarely. I think you are hungry enough. Now we are going to visit the ship's galley.
This is a ship's galley. It's dinner now, so you can sit in cadets. The ship's galley has to feed 200 people 4 times a day. The cooks have to work almost around the clock. They are trying to make food tasty. During the race they normally have to cook separately. If they will cook like at home, half of the food would be burnt, and another one would be end up on the floor. That is why it's rather difficult to cook anything. After a good meal, let's continue our excursion.
This is utility room. Here is a workshop. As I have already said, Mir has 2,771 square meters of sails. It's about 100 sails. Sails are breaking very often, especially by strong wind. Sails are repaired here, but now some cadets have a practice in tying knots.
The cadets who are not lucky enough go to a room where they have to listen to the lectures on astronomy. They are not very popular, but attendance is very important. After this sailing they will have to take an astronomy exam.
Our excursion is coming to an end. I hope you have pleasure visiting one of the fastest tall ships on the planet. In 3 days Mir will leave St. Petersburg. Once again, the wind and waves will be both her friends and foes on the way.